So we live in Vancouver, British Columbia, and we are in East Vancouver, which just off Main Street. I am Jodi Adrian, and I'm married to my husband, Jer, and we have 4 kids, 5 actually now, because I have a daughter-in-law. So our oldest is Cole, and he's married to Michelle, and then we have 3 girls. So Hallie is our oldest daughter, Elle is next, and then Braley is our youngest. And so Elle is our daughter with Down syndrome, and she just turned 18 in March. Well, she's our 3rd, and so I'd say my initial thoughts and struggles were with that sense of like, I didn't know how to be a mom to her, which felt very strange, already having 2 kids, but I felt extremely inadequate. I didn't know anything about Down syndrome. So she also has epilepsy, and so there's always that underlying unpredictability. Like, I just don't know. I don't know when she's gonna have a seizure, and that's hard. In the church, initially, yeah, it felt pretty lonely when she was first born. But I started looking around. We were part of quite a large congregation, and all of a sudden, I'd never looked around for kids with special needs. It wasn't on my radar. And then all of a sudden I had a daughter. And so all of a sudden I started to look around, and I was like, where are the families? Where are the families that have kids with special needs? Why are we the only ones? And it felt really lonely, but it also opened my eyes, and I realized that it's really hard. It's really difficult for families that have kids with different challenges to come to church, to have support. She needs help with her hygiene, care, like that sort of thing. So like, I shower her every morning. And I've done that since she was born, so that's every morning I get up, I sleep with one ear kind of open, because as soon as I hear her, then I get up to be with her. There was a period of time a few years ago where I did feel a little bit burdened by that, and I was kind of having a little bit of a pity party, like, why do I have to get up every single morning and do this? Like, why can't I just have a morning where I could sleep in and not be worried about, having to care for my I think she was probably like 13, 14 when I was going through my little pity party. I'm looking around at other people and going, wow, you don't have to do that with your 13, 14-year-old. Like, and I remember crying out to God and just really feeling sorry for myself of all the years of, the care I've had to give to my daughter. And praise God, he just like opened my eyes to see what a gift it is that I actually get to do this. Like, I get to love her and care for her and provide for her in a way that a lot of people don't. And I'm having joy in that. It's beautiful. I think generally kids with disabilities are looked at as less than, like they're missing a part of the image of God. She's not missing part of the image of God. I actually think I'm struggling to understand what it means to be created in the image of God because of my strengths. 2 Corinthians 12 has been a significant chapter in my life since she was born. And initially it brought me comfort to know that God's grace is sufficient and that his power will shine through weakness. And so I would look at her, I would look at Elle and go, yeah, like God is gonna shine through her. She's got such obvious weaknesses, and I fight against it. My daughter doesn't. She knows her limitations. She knows what she needs help with. So my daughter's life has pointed to me, and through that, my understanding of humanity, which leads to the second important part, which I believe is our dependence, like our need to depend on God. If you can't acknowledge your weaknesses as an inherent part of who you are, you're gonna fight against depending on God. It's all about him. It's not about us. But we try to make it about ourselves, and we try to be, beautiful jars of clay that have no cracks, and we're strong and we're beautiful, and then what? Like, people look at us. They don't look at Jesus shining through us. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful. I think the diversity within humanity, it's part of God's good plan to point people to Him.